Aloha. My name is Randall Rupar, and I am here with Mayumi Oda, and we're at Ginger Hill Farm, which is a remarkable farm here on the Big Island of Hawaii. And this woman is one of the most beautiful beings I've ever met in my life. And she has inspired me, and her art spirit is something that I am hoping that most people, one of these days, will be able to experience it, because it's nothing less than magical. Mayumi, would you like to say something about yourself and your farm?
I started this farm about 20 years ago.
Yes.
And it's been really serving so good that we can pretty much eat whatever.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We grow. And Zach and Iris is taking care so well, and she's really doing a great. Iris is doing a great cooking.
Well, now, who is Zach? For the people who don't know. Okay.
Yeah, my son and my daughter-in-law.
And your daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
Okay. And so they are actually working on the farm,
right,
making this a functional farm to where you can
right,
feed a lot of people.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And you have how many acres here?
5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is your kind of ranch house here.
Yeah.
That was already here.
Yeah.
And this beautiful.
This is my studio.
This is your studio. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. Well, let's go in.
Yeah, please do. Welcome.
May I?
Yeah.
So here we are, and Mayumi specializes in all different types of art, but some of the things that she does are her beautiful mural type arts, which are just phenomenal. And I'm going to have her express and explain a bit of what she's done. What's the meaning of this beautiful person here? And is that a peach that she's holding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a juicy peach.
Okay.
Which grows in every 3,000 years.
Wow! So this is like a magic.
It's a Queen Mother of the West. It's called, and she's a woman shaman.
So
in Kuru Mountain in China.
Wow! So what would she do with this peach? Would she consume it? Would she eat it, or what?
Well, give it to people, But a lot of, because it's immortal peach.
Amazing.
People, actually a lot of emperors and a lot of people try to steal it. And she becomes tiger.
Oh, so she's the caretaker of this,
right,
yes?
The mountain.
Wow, amazing.
Growing this peach.
And what's her name?
Shewamu. Queen Mother of the West called.
Wow.
Shewamu.
Shewamu.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, let's go in and look at your digs here. You have things that are now these are for sale,
yeah,
right?
These are small one, because nobody has a big house like
right.
Okay.
And so here's some other artwork that you're doing.
This is probably the more Hawaiian stuff.
Okay, and this, what is this? This one is really unique over here.
Yeah. These are print.
That's a print?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's gorgeous.
This ocean, the Hawaiian ocean. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. And so what do we have here? We have 3 beautiful.
These are Pere and a Poriafu. This one is a White Mountain.
That's the White Mountain, and they're sisters, yeah?
No, they are rivals.
Oh,
the one's fire.
And one is
water.
Ice. Yeah, water. Yeah. Okay.
And it's always Poriafu wins.
Wins, yeah.
Yeah, because it's water.
Because it's water, yes. Okay.
And this is Saraswati.
Your goddess. Yes.
Yeah.
That's
goddess of creativity.
Creativity and prosperity and abundance and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
It's also money in Japan.
Yes.
Wealth.
Wealth.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want to talk to you more about what wealth really is. Okay?
Wealth is like abundance.
Yes?
You know, you have abundance. Saraswati is a goddess of river.
Of the river.
In
Okay,
India.
so the river flows, yes?
From high to low, right?
Okay, okay.
So it's like money.
Okay, so
if you have a lot,
it can,
then
well, which is much better than what they call the trickle down theory in
right.
here, right?
It's not trickle down.
Yeah.
It grows, you know.
It gushes down,
right?
Right?
Gushes down like a
like a rapid river, right?
So it's like a, you know, Sheva Muyu, so
yes,
it's like a water.
Right.
It becomes
flowing. Yes,
yeah.
yes. Okay, beautiful.
Waterfall to the river.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now that's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Now the other thing that through the years, I've known you for 20 years since I moved on this island from Oahu, and you have gifted me many things that are really near and dear to my heart. You had actually given me one of these.
Oh,
Actually, two of those. Yes?
Yeah.
Can you explain what that is?
It's a Heart Sutra, the Buddhist Sutra.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not just a Buddhist sutra in Japanese and Chinese and Korea and Tibet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the meaning of it? What I mean, is it like
about emptiness?
Emptiness.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a Buddhist meditation of coming into that empty space, which has everything in it. Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Bounty.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. And then I noticed that over here you have some East Indian saints. Would you?
My saint.
Yeah. Would you express some of those to us?
Yogananda.
Okay.
And his teacher Suryukta Shiva. And these are, you know, and this is the Dalai Lama. This is Vivekananda. These are all my sort of Western saint.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they are phenomenal human beings who really did have some, and are having, some very, very heavy karma dharma on this earth plane, yes?
Yeah.
Beautiful. You have such a lovely space here. I can see how your creative juices just start to flow while you're here. It's really beautiful. When you come on, let's go outside and get a little bit of this beautiful area that you have. I think maybe you can sit on the queen chair.
Oh
yes.
my God! Why don't you sit?
Well, I'd rather have you. That's more you than it is me. I mean, this is the queen goddess forest. It's you know, I can just hang out and be somebody here. But what is gorgeous about this is that you have actually co-created with a number of people this beautiful setting. What is it? This is full 5 acres, yeah?
Yeah.
What does it take?
I used to do a lot of retreat and a lot of people.
Well, I know. I came to some.
Yeah.
When I came to some, I used to do the frankincense. They called me Dr. Frankincense on the island. And by the way, I brought some for you for your birthday. I felt if it was good enough for Jesus, it's good enough for you, you know. But the thing about that is that I remember meeting you and then meeting Aka.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of us kind of have this wonderful relationship with each other. Yeah. And I just feel so in awe that I have been blessed to meet you and Aka and to witness the I don't know what else to call it, but the magic of what was created.
Yeah.
at that particular time. It was
Yeah,
it was absolutely beautiful. So, in regard, how many people did you usually have come here when you had retreats?
I have no idea.
No?
Sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small, and sometimes people stay a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, what were I mean, I know as soon as you get here, you've got this beautiful garden space, but what else did you do? Did you teach art? Did you take them swimming with the dolphins, or what was?
Yeah, we did all kinds of stuff.
You did all kinds of things, touring the island.
Cleansing.
Yes. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So.
Also, like a fura.
Okay.
Teaching of fura.
Yes.
With not me teaching.
Right.
Kiara Chin.
Okay.
My kumu teaches.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So we used to do even a fura in the studio.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that is
and
remarkable.
Chanting, because its acoustics is so well
Was
done.
it, right, especially in
Yeah.
there, absolutely.
Yeah.
And now the other amazing thing, now that you mentioned Kumu Keala, who is this remarkable man that teaches. He's a Kumu teacher of beautiful hula and chanting.
Yeah.
And the first avocado festival that we had, and our 15th is coming up, you came
Right.
with your little beautiful Japanese hula hula.
Right.
And that was so amazing.
They all wore green.
Yes, it was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
That was remarkable.
Fun. Yeah.
That was fun. And that's what catalyzed me into free festivals. I just felt, my God, this is wonderful.
Right.
You know, our island needs this.
Yeah.
And in fact, what inspired me was going to a seed exchange with Nancy Redfeather and with Kumu Keala.
Right.
And it blew my mind because there's no money exchange. I mean, it was just seed.
People
Here.
Just to give
Here,
seeds.
I've got this seed, I've got this plant, I've got that. And I'm going, wow, this.
That's how we started Give Olena.
That's right.
And everybody now got to.
Yes, and that's another thing that I brought. I work with a man by the name of Dr. Ted Radovich from UH. And he has analyzed 11 different varietals of Olena.
Wow.
And the one that I'm growing is called BKK, and it has the highest amount of curcuminoids in it. And I actually brought some to to give to your farm so you can start growing it. But that's what I use in our essential oil mist, which is just wonderful. But the other thing that I wanted to ask you was, in your view of the world.
Yeah.
Now this is a worldview coming through the heart, the soul, the eyes, the intention of Mayumi Oda, going through what we're experiencing with COVID-19, with this aspect of these militaristic views of the people of color versus the political system. How do you see it unfolding? What would you, number one, what do you see from your perspective, and what would you like to see come out of this?
I would love to see people start growing food.
Okay.
Because it's scary not to have a food. Especially, I experienced the wartime in Japan.
That must have been devastating.
So not having a food was a big thing. And that's the basic reason that I started this farm.
Really? Yeah. To grow your own.
Yeah, so that people feel very confident about your life.
Right, so that...
Always, there's something you can grow, you can eat.
Right. And you can be truly sustainable with what you grow.
Yeah.
You may not have everything.
Right.
It may not be Costco, but you can survive, and you can survive very healthy.
Yeah.
And
so you don't have to live in a fearful
State. Yes,
And
which
everything what happened with the COVID stuff is the fear.
yes, and the fear is something that, from the point of view of your anatomy and
Yeah.
your physiology,
Yeah.
is that the more fear you have, the more your system
Yeah.
goes into a fight or flight mechanism.
Absolutely.
Right, and then when your
Then
system,
your system doesn't
well, yeah,
function.
the cortisol levels go up,
Yeah.
your immune levels go
Right,
down,
yeah.
and guess what? If there's anything out there,
You get it.
you'll get it. You'll be
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
big
yeah,
sponge,
yeah.
you know, that
Yeah,
will
yeah,
suck it
yeah,
up.
Yeah.
So the idea and the ideal of being able to grow your own food is
Yeah.
quite the revolution,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Now, the other thing I want to ask, which is kind of sort of a little bit off the charts, but how do you make farming sexy?
Well, farming's not sexy. I'm sorry.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Lots of work.
Okay.
But Zach really uses brain.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm more like a right brain person.
Yeah.
And I'm just digging.
Yeah.
But he mulches and he's just really find really way so that makes
Makes it
farming
easier?
much easier. You
Okay.
should see it.
Yes. Yeah.
Now they're really growing acacia.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were telling me
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that. Yeah. And so, what's the reason of growing acacia?
I think it makes really good soil.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it actually
Just
fertilizes
cut-
the soil.
Yeah, then cut down and
Yeah.
And
So
that's I think he learned in Brazilian
farming. Okay. So so does it add nitrogen to the soil? Is
Yeah,
it like a
that's
nitrogen
probably,
fixer?
yeah. And then
And then by composting and
Yeah,
things like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
you create a microbiome for
Probably,
the
yeah,
soil,
yeah.
so that the plants can
Yeah,
be strong,
yeah.
and you can eat the plants, and you kind of create your own microbiome,
Yeah.
which is getting us healthy and strong. Now, when people do come here for retreats, do you ever intend to have retreats again? Do you think
I
you
don't
might?
think so.
No?
No.
No.
I'm mostly now I'm writing
Yes.
and in different way I'm working.
Okay.
I think people, maybe, Iris will be wonderful to do a retreat
Yes.
with the food
Yes.
they grow, other things, and but I've done it.
Yeah, well, you've
Yeah,
done that,
yeah.
and also you just had a birthday,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. Right.
and if I might ask, how old are you?
79.
79. Okay, so now it's almost as if in the 7th decade, going through to your 8th decade,
Yeah.
you're kind of in this contemplative mood of like just wanting to share
Yeah.
an experience
Yeah.
of what life is and how life can be.
Yeah.
And leaving kind of a and what a legacy. I mean, this is amazing, what you're doing, and
And I really didn't think about it.
but that's
the
just
way,
it.
yeah.
Well, and I really believe that. I really believe that we set an intention, and that
Yeah.
and then it either happens or it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But you set an intention.
Then it happens.
Well, especially when it's for the good of all concerned.
Yeah.
That's when all of those other aspects of the universe, physical and non-physical, start to help you
Yeah.
to
Really
manifest
do, yeah.
this
Yeah.
this dream vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm convinced of that also, and that's that's the very awesome thing about life, is that if you are aware, I mean, it's like existence. Through that existence and experience, you develop some kind of consciousness,
Yeah.
and through that consciousness, you work towards your bliss.
Yeah.
And those kind of three things sort of make us real human
Yeah.
beings.
Yeah.
And I'm just in awe. You are absolutely one of the inspirations incarnated on this earthly plane that's right in front of me. I mean, to me, you're a living saint, and that's beautiful. So thank you for being here, and thank you for doing for doing what you do, because what you do is amazing, and it's especially in this time in world planetary history.
Definitely, myself and my family is really devoted to make a food.
Yes.
So that the people don't have to.
That's right.
Live in fear.
Yes, and that's big, because we are in fearful times.
Yeah.
In fact, I have a friend in Japan.
Yeah.
And she posts on Facebook a lot.
Yeah.
And she is really fearful.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't have this.
Yeah.
You know, she lives in an apartment.
Yeah.
I mean, she's very conscious,
right,
but still living in that box, right?
Yeah.
And they just opened Japan up a little bit, right? So she has to go out and you know, use the transportation and things like that. And even though Japan is really advanced, the farm element aspect has evaporated.
Yeah.
And I said, you know, visit Hawaii, you know, and you will get your sense of life back.
Right.
You know, you have to do that.
Right.
You must, for yourself and for others. The other thing I wanted to just share with you is the wild part of what we're going through now. I'm believing, okay, and all belief systems are BS. So from my perspective, pick out a belief system that's really good and helpful and whole, that will allow you to be a better person by helping other people. How do you envision what you do by helping other people? What is it that you put into your beautiful art that a person would go into a gallery and just have an aha moment? What is that? I mean, when you're sitting there in that wonderful, I would consider it almost a divine art spirit, what goes through you in regards to manifesting this thing on this third dimension and being able to three-dimensionalize it, and then have people come in and enlighten them to fourth, fifth, higher dimensions? I mean, do you have that intention when you're doing that, or is it?
No, I think, you know, what makes me happy.
Yes.
It should be make other people happy. Yeah.
Okay.
And that if other people are happy, I am really, really happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So but what I'm trying to get at, is there kind of a knowingness when you complete your artwork and you look at it and you get this flush of happiness through all the cells of your body?
You know, if I think it's beautiful, yeah, then maybe other people might think it's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now you've had quite a successful life in the art world, and you have an experience of what you would like to offer people through your art.
Well, I had a really good training, many years, in many ways, and art doesn't come so easy. A lot of people think you can be artist.
Right.
There's a lot of
work.
Lots of work.
Yes.
And I'm willing to do that. And
Okay.
I had a very good training.
Now, training, do you mean that you had one teacher or many?
Many teachers.
Many teachers.
Many teachers.
Yes.
Many cultural, and I read a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that kind of just goes through you when you are, and really it's kind of like a co-creation, because your art is phenomenal. I mean, it's unlike the other art that you would see in regards to to going to a gallery and seeing what other artists have done that have created a name for themselves, like like the Da Vinci's and the Raphaels and the Renoirs and and things like that. But yours has a different feeling, and it seems like it's more of that feminine goddess energy coming through. Whereas for instance, you've got the man in the square circle, right. I mean, that's a man, right? Yeah. And supposedly that was sacred geometry,
right,
in regards to what Da Vinci was doing there. Yet the thing is that you are working through another vision of what art is, which is amazing to me. And do you find that maybe touches a person in a different way than say that you were next to an original Da Vinci and then Mayumi?
I'm Japanese.
Yes.
And I come from different world.
Okay.
Yeah. So the way I think Da Vinci is beautiful.
Yes.
But it's not my culture. It's
okay.
not my.
It's a Western culture.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what is mine?
Yes. So is yours? Coming from Japan.
Yeah.
Because Japan, from my perspective, you get kind of one-eyed and colorblind when you look at what happened in World War II and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Do you feel that it is more of a feminine culture than a masculine one?
Yeah, I think
you do.
Much more feminine.
And in what ways?
Culture, patriarchy is very strong.
Yes.
But art is very high art.
Okay.
In Japan, crafts and everything. It's amazing.
Okay.
And I come from that.
From that.
Yeah.
From that.
Yeah.
Perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Different.
And also, Japan. When I first came to the island, I wanted to do these purification programs, and I had a 15-acre farm, and what was amazing to me is that I didn't have to advertise. I was getting people from Austria, from Germany, from Switzerland, from Japan. My favorites were the Japanese because they got it. They really got the experience.
Yeah.
And what was wonderful is that they were so grateful. So very, very grateful. Whereas you go to other cultures and they have kind of like a patriarchy thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, I've done that and thank you and it feels good.
And I paid for it.
Right.
You feel like for granted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the Japanese culture to me was just so like, thank you.
Yeah.
This really does something for a human being. So I get it. I just wanted to hear it from you. And there's do you want to mention anything else about the farm here and what it's like to have to maintain a 5-acre farm and how many people it takes and things?
It probably takes about 10 people.
10 people.
Yeah. And we have about now one farm manager is doing a lot
of work. Yeah.
And he's really great.
Yes.
Christian.
Okay.
Doing a wonderful work. And Zach.
Yes.
And Iris.
Yes.
And planting acacia. So they can, they don't have to do a whole lot of, farm work.
Right.
People used to, like a Japanese, people in Hawaii, the Japanese people really worked hard.
Well, they worked hard and working with Ken Love and promoting the free avocado festivals and the mango festivals. a lot of the varietals,
Yeah.
what kind of names do they have? Japanese.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because they're the ones that were really doing the work.
Right.
Yeah. It's amazing. Amazing. So, in regards to your sense of being responsible here in Hawaii, what is your message, especially to the people who live on this big island of Hawaii?
Grow organic.
Grow organics, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, grow your own food.
Because
Yes.
it's not hard, you know.
Oh, it's not, yeah.
It's not hard. It's somehow we were commercialized to use the pesticides, you know it. All
Oh,
kinds,
yes, yeah.
Weed killer, you know.
Well, the big companies, the sugarcane companies came in
Came in
and just, you know, monopolized it with monocropping. And then you have Dole,
right.
who came in and just grow pineapples, and it's not meant to monocrop.
Right.
And we have to have all of this diversity so the soil is living
Right.
and vital and
Yeah,
vibrant and alive. Wonderful. So, well, I guess that we've probably done enough. Would you like to end it with a Mayumi Oda maxim? How would you like to just let people remember you through this experience that you and I are having? And by the way, I am so grateful for this. Thank you for opening up your heart, your home, and your farm, and allowing this to happen. And I'm really believing that we would like to come back.
Yeah, please.
With Aaron and with his beautiful partner, to maybe just speak to you about your art spirit,
right.
if that would be okay with you.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, great. Well, I want to thank you. I'd love to be able to thank this Aina, you know, and also thank Hawaii.
Right.
For allowing us, because I wasn't born here, but I certainly feel like I am Hawaiian, even though I'm as far away from you can get from it, with blonde hair and blue eyes. And it's just ua mau ke ea o ka aina I ka pono.
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
I think.
That's our state motto.
Yeah.
May the life of the land
yeah.
be preserved in righteousness. Thank you, Mayumi.
Good.
Much
You're
aloha to
welcome.
you.
Thank you.
Aloha, everyone. Thank you.